You've been learning a language for a while. You know a lot of vocabulary and most of the grammar. But when you try to watch your favorite films or series, you can't understand much without subtitles. Does this happen to you? If it does, don't worry about it. I'm going to tell you how to fix it and how you can use it to your advantage to also improve your speaking. So why is understanding films and TV series in a foreign language so difficult? Mostly because native speakers talk fast and they use connected speech. This often makes it hard to distinguish individual words. They also use slang, idioms, informal expressions, different accents and dialects, as well as cultural references to the specific country or region, or specialized vocabulary from a specific niche. The solution to all these problems is simple. You need to acquire a lot more vocabulary, and you need a lot more native level listening practice. You need to acquire more vocabulary because if you don't know enough words, you will not understand anything. It doesn't matter how much grammar you know, if you don't know the vocabulary, you will not understand the context. How do you acquire more vocabulary? By doing a lot of reading and by memorizing vocabulary using associations. But let's say you do have the vocabulary. You're able to read books and understand them, but then you can't understand films. Then the problem is listening practice. You need to do a lot more listening practice. What I recommend is looking for a bunch of podcasts in the language by native speakers for native speakers about the topics that you're interested in and to listen to them over and over again. There's a huge gap in difficulty between learning materials and real life audio, podcasts, radio, TV shows, and so on. You will never overcome all that gap if you don't get a lot of listening practice. So you need to start listening every day a lot. You'll get a lot more words per minute and per hour. You'll get a lot more words per hour listening to podcasts during the day while you do something else than watching films. If you listen to podcasts and radio every day of people with similar accents to those in the films that you want to watch, as long as you know enough vocabulary, you will be able to understand the films soon enough. As long as you know enough vocabulary. If you don't know enough vocabulary, you need to work on that first, obviously. I also recommend choosing your niche and staying there. If you like watching sitcoms, then listen to comedy podcasts. If you like watching lawyer shows or hospital shows, then listen to podcasts related to those subjects. If you like watching series from a specific time period, listen to history podcasts about that time period. If you like series or films about a specific geographical region or country, then listen to podcasts of people from that region or country so that you get used to the accent. Basically, you need regular training, a lot of repetition for this. Lots of listening and the right type of listening. And the most important thing is to continue doing it. Consistency. Don't get stressed about not understanding everything. You will have to go through a period of time in which you don't understand a lot of what you're listening to. You can't avoid this. You can't go from beginner level audio materials to native speaker authentic materials without going through a phase in which there's a lot of content you're listening to that you don't understand. It's not important that you understand everything the first time. Just keep listening to it. Be okay with not understanding. It shouldn't make you feel uncomfortable. It doesn't matter if you don't understand everything. It's okay. It's part of the learning process. Just keep doing it. You'll understand 1% more tomorrow and 1% more the day after, and so on and so forth. And eventually you'll understand 99.9%. By the way, remember what I said earlier about improving your speaking as well? Doing this exercise, getting massive amounts of listening will also improve your speaking because your accent will improve, your pronunciation will improve, your confidence will improve because now you understand way more. You learn a lot of expressions that native speakers use that you will start to use. And in general, your knowledge of the culture of the native speakers will improve as well. So doing a lot of listening will definitely improve your speaking as well, not only your comprehension. This is why it's so important to do a lot of listening, both for your comprehension and for your speaking. It shouldn't be the only thing you do, but you should do a lot of it. It's very important, right? You just have to build the habit of doing it and keep doing it. Remember that if you don't quit, you can't fail.